So this is what my book project looked like when it first got going. Very humble beginnings. I used to live in Boston, and I worked in Harvard Square, and I used to buy these notebooks by the armload, and I would fill them halfway up and throw them away. But this particular book, I think, has what I think is the first line that I ever wrote for this story. And as you can see, it's gone wrong already. Not to be deterred, I kept at it, continuing to write in longhand and purple ink. And my next attempt, I started the book with the word oatmeal. I don't know why. I got a little bit more adventurous and I moved on to the typewriter. So you can see that I have been writing this book so long that I started it on a typewriter. Good Lord. Obviously things got a little bit more productive once I moved on to the computer. And I would pick it up, write a little bit, put it away for a while, pick it up, do some more, put it away for a while. But the pages definitely started to accumulate, and I started to get a better idea of what I was doing. And once I had a better idea of what I was doing, I decided to try to outline the book, because I'd read somewhere that might help. It did help a little bit. I used some timelines to help figure out the timing of everything. This is a diagram to help me try and figure out a particularly complicated plot point, which I think I actually ended up not using, but it was kind of a cool diagram. I also had to do research for the book. The book is a novel, but you want to get things right, so what I decided I needed to do, since there was an Irishman as the hero of the book, was I thought I should go to Ireland. In fact, I ended up thinking I ought to go to Ireland a few times. For research, you know. And London is in the book too, so I thought I probably ought to check out London for research. The Irish hero of the book is a violinist, so I also watched movies about violinists, and I read books about violinists, and I listened to violinists. So our Irish hero gets recruited by MI6 and sent to India on a special mission. And let me tell you, I love India. These are my journals from when I went to India. There are a couple of times. And this is funny. This is a ticket that gives you permission to take a camera shot. It says it's good for one tomp. That actually means one tomb. So where did all this outlining and researching and diagramming and purple ink get me? It got me to a manuscript, and it was a monster. Yeah, it was way too big. It was actually 2 books in one. So, I had to start editing. Until I finally got down to something that I was actually ready to have people take a look at. And my readers were very honest with me. But they were also really supportive. So, just like the journey that my hero has been on, it's been a long, strange trip. Sometimes it's been frustrating, sometimes it's been curious, sometimes it's been exhilarating. I've learned an awful lot along the way, and I think I've grown a lot, even while my book was shrinking. In music, a deceptive cadence is defined as a progression of chords that go off in a direction you didn't expect. That's what writing is like for me, too. Sometimes you're not sure where you're going, or where you are, or where you'll end up next. But that's part of the mystery, and part of the fun.